Well, good day, everybody. Currently the 1st of July, 2010. Got a Western Pacific and Indian Ocean update today. Got a little development out in the IO, so I'm going to add that onto here. Also, I'm going to go a little more in depth on what's going on out there. So if anybody just has any questions or comments, let me know. And give me any advice or anything about going in this far in the depth, or would you rather just keep the basics on out here? But let's start looking at the weather in the Westpac, though. Stationary front still blowing up here just to the south of Honshu. I'm going to go a little more in depth in the upper levels and what's going to actually develop with this system here in a minute. And farther out to the east, around 150 to 160. This low pressure is still spinning out here. A lot of dry air intrusion into it. JTWC had a poor area on this thing for tropical development, but that's been dropped today. Basically, too much intrusion, as we stated yesterday. Fronts are developing on it. It looks like cold front's actually developing down here, and warm front's developing up a little bit farther to the north. So definitely becoming baroclinic. It's a finger of the jet's actually stretching down into the here, and that's I mean, you don't really can't have a tropical with jet support. Too much shear, and it's really embedded in the westerlies here. So moving on to the water vapor, though, show you a little more in depth what I'm talking about. And right here, water vapor, very good at showing that dry air forming right down in here and jumping right up into that low pressure system. So not good for development, and we can basically kill off that low. It is making some waves out there, though. It's not to be discounted for shipping traffic or anything, but it's just going to be a strong baroclinic low and it moving up to the northeast here. Okay, now looking at the surface chart produced by KMA here, that stationary front lingering just to the south of Honshu. Westpac High still down there, and just various lows and highs. This is basically thermal for the most part out over here, if anybody's noticed this and had any questions about it. But this actually is a baroclinic low up in here. But for the most part, it's due to sparse data, mountainous terrain out here. You got the Gobi Desert and Mongolia up in here. So lots of highs and lows are just being placed out here with no significance behind it. One of the challenges of actually forecasting in Japan is the lack of data headed at us. We do have Korea that gives out pretty good obs, but that's about it. But just to note, though, this stationary front, we're going to move on to the 500 millibar level. Showing here some major troughing over Kyushu down just right over that stationary front. What's going to happen here is Pedersen's rule is going to pick this up. Basically, Pedersen's rule, if anybody doesn't know it, it states that any stationary front on the surface, if it gets picked up or gains upper level support, will basically cyclogenesis occur with it. Not sure of the actual word verbatim, so if anybody knows it, please let me know. And that's going to pick that up, move it up over to the northeast. Forecasting rain actually locally here in Tokyo for tomorrow evening into Thursday, so, or excuse me, Saturday. So going to be kind of a rainy weekend here. Moving back to the tropics, though, here in the IO and the Indian Ocean, JTWC is picked up on a poor area to the southwest of Indonesia here. If you look closely, you can start seeing that clockwise rotation. Yes, I said clockwise for anybody up there that thinks you caught me on something. This is south at 0, which is right here. So anything developing out of here is going to rotate clockwise, be anticyclonic. Um, Really possible development with the system out of all the areas out here, the waves that are forming out here. This looks like the best for development. Got some good outflow. You can see here the last couple frames. And lots of convection within it, though. Global models are sort of picking up on this. GFS, it's being very slow to its development, but No Gaps actually develops it really strongly and moves it to the southwest here around the Western Australian high. I'll show it here on a model here in a second. Okay, trying my best to get both models in the screen here. Over here showing a streamline analysis, the upper level wind flow for this system. Lows right in here with showing the sea level pressure over here. Right now, JTWC says central pressure of this area is at 1008. So let's we'll go through here in the time frame and watch this area develop. See it moving to the southwest. Basically, eventually it's going to get caught up in the prevailing westerlies in the southern hemisphere. That's as far as the model goes out, but eventually it's going to basically start to recurve here and get caught up in the westerlies, or as a lot of people know them back home as the roaring 40s down there. So really a big fish storm with this system. No impacts to land. Diego Garcia is going to be off to the north of it, so no real concerns. And as far as tropical weather goes out here in the Western Pacific, no problems. Okay, that's all for today, everybody. Just want to say thank you for bearing with me here. I know I may ramble sometimes, and this really is just to kind of get my public speaking on and a little bit better. So if anybody has any advice or any comments, let me know. Also, I want to end with hope everybody stays safe today from Alex in northeastern Mexico and southern Texas there. I hope everybody gets through the day just right and no one gets injured or even worse. So good luck, everybody.